Hi, thanks for having us here in ICCE. From now on, we will present the study on academic emotions and facial expressions in online learning environment. Research purpose. As we are aware, the online learning environment has been proved that it is more demanding for learners. It is because learners should have the self-regulating and directing abilities to cover the physical separation from the teachers and peers, and learners tend to easily experience diverse and negative emotions. Therefore, there has been increasing need of the supporting mechanism to help online learners. The effective computing technology can be the key to overcome the difficulties since it detects and analyzes emotions by people's facial expressions and biometric signals in real time. Paying attention to the possibilities of the technology, we have done the analysis on learners' emotional experiences during the online video-based learning to establish the basis of new classification system of academic emotions in online learning situations. The specific research question are follows. Theoretical backgrounds. The effective computing technology is most based upon the studies done by Ekman and his colleagues. To figure the 6 basic emotions, which are anger, disgust, fear, happiness, sadness, and surprise. And then they built spatial action coding system, and it has become the basis for detecting and analyzing human emotions by their facial muscle movement. Many of effective computing platforms, including the most renowned one, Effectiva, are using the coding system. The matching in between the emotions joy, anger, disgust, surprise, fear, and sadness, and facial expressions is shown in the table. Many researchers in the field of the education have also recognized the importance of emotions, so that they figured what emotions can be categorized as positive and negative emotions during learning situations, and these emotions can be called academic emotions. Pekran and his colleagues categorized the academic emotions, especially in the physical classroom, while Park analyzed the emotion in online situations. Methods. First of all, we chose one participant who is a female graduate student and willing to learning online for this research. Then we select the topic of the video clips, which is related to the learner's interest and prior knowledge to see more diverse types of emotions. The topic was understanding ballet. When we recalled her facial expressions during the learning process and after on the online learning, we conduct a simulated recall interview watching her recording together, then determine her emotions when a specific emotion expressions occurred. Based on the concurrent data analysis method, 2 researchers matched the facial expressions and emotions based on the corrected data. The detail of the analysis process is shown in the figure. Results. Before I get to the results, I'd like to mention one thing, that there was some revision on the table from the paper we submit. I apologized for any inconvenience for understanding the table. During the learning process, the participant revealed the various types of positive and negative emotions. Firstly, we categorized the positive emotions at 3 groups as shown in the table, based on the similarity of the facial expressions. The positive emotions were shown longer and more frequently. The total positive emotion, its facial expressions take about 80% of the total academic emotions. The facial expressions that explain positive emotions are eye enlarged, smile, and laugh, lip press, chin raised, lip corner raised, blink, and brow raised. As you can see, the negative emotions are less frequent. The facial expressions that explain the negative emotions is lip licking, eye enlarged, eye diminished, brow furrow, blink, lip press, lip corner lowered, inner brow raised, and blink slowly. There are some facial expressions are overlapped, so the total academic emotions or facial expressions exceed 100%. This research might be because the participant has a strong interest and she is already quite used to subject matter with prior knowledge. Consequently, she revealed the facial expressions many times related to positive emotions. It is the graph summarizing the result of the positive emotions groups. Confidence was the highest appeared emotion during the learning process. Inspiration, enthusiasm, expectation were less appeared one, and you will see the details on the following pages. Next, the negative emotions are grouped together by the similarity of facial expressions. Fear and anxiety were highest appeared emotions during the learning process, and boredom was the least appeared one. It might be also because the subject matter reflected the participant's interest or prior knowledge, and you will see the details in the following pages. Drawn from the result of this study, we'd like to present the classification scheme of academic emotions and corresponding facial expressions. The proposed classification scheme can be used to measure the analyze online learners' various emotions with the indicators of the facial expressions. Conclusion. By the result of this research, we could draw some implications. First, serious consideration regarding affective feedback is needed for online learners. Second, the classification of academic emotions for online learning can be used as checklist for integrating emotional aspects into the instruction design. Third, it can be informed the current affective computing platforms that an analysis of emotion in educational environment is also needed so that they could develop their technology for education. Lastly, the recommendation of system can use the result of this research to give more appropriate learning experience by understanding learners' emotion in real time. There are also limitations of this research. Firstly, it is based on the single subject's experiment. It can be hard to generalize the findings. Secondly, emotions vary by each individual's prior knowledge and interest, so deep understanding of the individual is required. Thank you so much for listening. If there is any questions regarding our research, please contact us via the email on here. Thank you.